Hello there once again, audience. I already told you guys about my two best friends growing up. There's a lot of stories with these best friends. I'm still like great friends with Bubba. I hang out with him all the time. He's actually coming up to see me pretty soon. Justin, he moved to Kentucky a while ago, and I don't get to see him as often as I'd like to. That being said, my third best friend, and probably one of the final best friends that you're going to hear about that I actually call my best friend, is my best friend Busky. He's been on a couple of videos now that I've made. Some of them I have not posted to YouTube because they are horrendously bad. Well, I bring up having a fantastic day and how you never know if you're going to get tomorrow. I bring up, this aspect of thought a lot. That being said, I want to share with you guys a time where I myself almost didn't see the light of tomorrow. Like I fully believed I was going to die. And of course, Busky is involved. This is a story with Busky. Well, me and Busky were hanging outside this convenience store, and we were feeling a little groggy and tired. We decided that we should get some energy drinks to help boost ourselves up. Well, normal energy drinks wouldn't cut it for us on this particular day. We knew that, so we decided to get some 5-hour energies because they were a little more potent than regular energy drinks. Well, we didn't just get one or two. We got a dozen each. Me and Busky each got 1 dozen 5-hour energies. Now, we didn't go about drinking them throughout the course of a day. We didn't go about drinking them like, one every hour or so or whatever. We got ourselves a couple of frosted mugs, poured these 5-hour energies into these frosted mugs, and chugged them probably in the course of about 15 seconds. That was the most delicious poison I've ever had in my entire life. That being said, the outcome was not pretty at all. Me and Busky decided to run down to the park. The park was probably about 4 blocks away, and we got there in like 45 seconds. This is how absolutely stimulated we were. That being said, once we got to the park and our bodies began shutting down just minutes after, my entire body went completely numb. Now, before that, I had heart issues. I had some tremendous heart issues from a very, very stressful event that happened like years prior that I'm probably not going to tell you guys about. Well, this 5-hour energy fiasco definitely did not help the fact that I had some pretty gnarly heart problems. A lot of you are thinking, dude, you're young, you shouldn't be going through whatever it is you went through to get these freaking heart problems, and I fully agree. I definitely did not deserve what I went through to get these goddamn heart problems. Well, these 5-hour energies, needless to say, did not help. So I was laying there in the grass, unable to move, my entire body completely numb. Like I was able to move, but I definitely could not walk. I had already vomited basically my entire body weight into the restroom beside me. As I was laying in this grass, basically dying, my entire body numb, basically any sort of fluids I had in me gone at that time, I decided it was time to get some help. So I had 2 options. I could A, call an ambulance and have them come pick me up at the park, or B, call my mother and hopefully get some sort of help from her. Well, I decided to go with the less expensive route and call my mother. And of course, she comes down to the park, sees me all sorts of messed up, at first she thinks I'm on like drugs or something because I'm completely unresponsive, and I'm like, no, I just took one 5-hour energy. That's exactly what I was like. And she was like, okay, so your body's just a little too overstimulated. And I was like, yeah, I think I might actually need to go to the hospital. Because like while I was waiting for her to show up, it got so much worse. Like I was not moving. And she said, people take like 2 or 3 of those a day. You don't need to go to the hospital. And I was like, yeah. Because I couldn't tell her that I drank like a dozen. I already said I took one. Had I told her I drank a dozen, man, I felt like I would have gotten in so much freaking trouble for that. Mostly just for being freaking stupid. Well, so she takes me home, packs up my bike in the back of her little hatchback compact car, which was not an easy task. So I remember getting home, like I was barely conscious. And I remember opening the car door and like falling out because I couldn't control my body. And I fell out, got on my hands and knees, tried to stand up. I couldn't really stand. So I like leaned against the wall with my head and my arm, and I just slowly slumped my way back to my bedroom. Once I got to my bedroom, I laid in bed and I fell unconscious. Like, I was completely out cold for I don't know how long. Whenever I finally woke up, like, I did this in the morning. Whenever I finally woke up, it was the dead of night. I can't remember what time it was in the dead of night, but it was the dead of night. I guess, like, I unconsciously was throwing up because I had a trash can full of vomit right next to me. While I tried moving, I couldn't move at all. I thought that I was like dead. I thought this was it. You know, I'm not going to see tomorrow. My heart was already acting up tremendously. I think they call them heart palpitations. I get heart palpitations really badly, especially after this experience. Well, what happened after that was after all that had unfolded, and I was laying there, ready for death. Like, I wasn't even just thinking to myself, I'm going to die. I was ready for death. I got my MP3 player, I got my headphones, I stuck them in, and I decided myself, I'm just going to drift off listening to this music, and I'm not waking up in the morning. Well, That's exactly what I did. I went to sleep listening to this music. I was listening to Weird Al Yankovic whenever I finally faded from consciousness and went to sleep. I did, however, wake up the next day, although I was fully expecting not to. I was actually very sad that I wouldn't be seeing my mother and younger brother again. But I did wake up the next day. It gave me a whole new outset of life. Granted, I was still pretty messed up and in agonizing pain from the night before. However, I did wake up. And at that time, I decided myself, since I'm still alive, I may as well live life enjoying it, you know, as much as I physically can. Now, I'm not saying go out and ruin tomorrow. You know, don't ruin tomorrow for a better today. But certainly don't sacrifice today for the promise of a better tomorrow. I know that sounds bad. Like, by all means, go out and plan ahead. I'm not saying don't plan ahead. I'm just not saying don't break your body today hoping that tomorrow will be better, because you might not even get tomorrow. You should enjoy your day. You should enjoy all of your days. You should enjoy all of your days. And you should never, ever take anything for granted. Granted. It's granted, right? Yeah, granted is a rock, I believe. You should never take anything for granted. And that is exactly the type of message that I want to relay to everyone. Take it from someone who literally almost died being stupid. Granted I was living in the moment, and I guess I was sacrificing tomorrow for a better today, which is something you should never, ever do. It was not a fun experience. It was fun for like the first 5 minutes, and then my body began to shut down. That being said, audience, if you want to hear more fantastic stories, which I am absolutely going to bring you guys, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, aunts, uncles, neighbors, whoever you feel like sharing this with. And I can't stress, I really cannot stress how much I want you guys to have a fantastic day. I say it all the time. Have a fantastic day, audience. Make today a great day.